Hey everyone, welcome back to Tony Hawk's Proving Ground. In this episode, I have Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
Canuck Dude.
Hello.
And Matt Rocks 101.
Hey, I'm Matt.
In this video, we're headed to the Baltimore Inner Harbor. Here, we'll be doing a bunch of stuff. We'll be learning Nail the Grab, we'll be advancing our skate checking skills, and we'll be doing some of the major missions in the rigging system. So we'll get our first real taste of having to, set up a rigging line through an environment, that's already there and what to do there. And I'll just have to preface, nothing went right this episode while recording. Everything was just like, fuck, I bumped into everything, nothing really was working as well. I mean, still think it, plays solidly or whatever, but I'm just prefacing, there will be quite a few rough spots, especially with the rigging, missions. But whatever, I don't know, I don't want to get everyone a bad mood or anything, I mean, whatever.
Well, you got your backpack on?
Well, it's too late. I'm in an awful mood now that you said that.
I thought about trying to change up my appearance a little bit, which I might superstitiously imagine led to my bad luck, so I'll change him back next time.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that.
I kind of figure you probably have snacks in your backpack, like corn dogs. Just not even
so
eating
many
any
corn
kind
dogs.
of packaging, just loose corn dogs.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you have that in your backpack?
Have I even heated them up, or are they still cold?
They were frozen,
Uh-huh.
and you put them in there this morning, and so they've thawed by now by just knocking around in the bag.
Right. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Uh-huh.
That's cursed.
Yeah, well,
So yeah,
it is what it is.
Bob Burnquist's competition episode normally starts here, so we're going straight into that, and we're learning about a major addition to Nail the Trick, Nail a Grab. Not only can we flip our board around, but we can also do sweet grabs in the air in slow-mo and chain the two parts of it together, grabbing and flip tricking.
It's weird, I don't even remember this from the PS2 version, and this is the version that I played. I beat this whole game, and I don't remember Nail the Drag at all. Grab.
I mean, in this version, it's definitely more limited. I'll have quite a bit to say when we get there in, the Gen 7 version. But here it kind of does feel a little more gimmicky.
Any direction.
I mean, it still works okay, but just with the animations and with not being able to do as much, like you straight up cannot do this in this version. I don't know why they left this in.
Interesting.
It feels maybe a little more of an afterthought. But
So yeah, this is the one that I played, as I said in the other video, so I'm very, very familiar with all of this stuff.
Except for all the shit you're not familiar with.
Yeah, apparently you've forgotten the whole game, though, so...
Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't forget the whole game. I forgot this part of it, though. I remember the rest of it very clearly.
You can switch to different
I remember
grabs in midair
especially
by doing a
the,
grab transfer.
Oh, what was it? The Air and Space Museum. I remember that part. I got stuck there for a while.
Yeah, that's a really cool area. But yeah, so with Nail the Grab, you hold down on, L2, or it would be some other button on the Wii, and then basically the two thumbsticks turn into your two arms instead. So like, with the right thumbstick here, since it's closer to the front of the board, you'd push something and your right, and your front hand would grab that, and then you'd release that and, hit something with the left thumbstick and you'd grab the tail of the board. And it's pretty cool. I kind of wish there were like double hand grabs, like you could do something like a cannonball if you inputted that. But no, unfortunately.
Like you could do in Skate, you could do double hand grabs. Or a double hand grab in Skate, I guess.
Right, like if you did something with both sticks.
So overall, you think positively of this feature, like at least in the Gen 7 version?
Yeah, I think Nail the Grab is actually a lot cooler than I imagined it would be. And yeah, you could do like finger flips here. With quarter circle turn of one of the analog sticks.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
That's pretty complex, but
Yeah.
how how precise do you need to be with the quarter circle turns?
They're pretty easy to me.
Because I've
So they're not like fighting game quarter circles.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I've talked before about how in fighting games, when you need to do a quarter circle, it's like if you do a third circle, you might as well have just thrown the controller on the ground. Like, the game just hates you for it.
Yeah. No, to me, it's
That's
definitely
a great
like...
look.
To me, it's definitely like you see that show up and you're like, oh god, this is going to get complex. But that's the only thing where it asks you to really rotate the stick quickly. So there's a pretty good buffer. The game knows when you're trying to do it. The bigger thing is releasing all of that at the right time to land and not be slightly like, oh, you went past the window point, I guess you're crashing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, though, that the animations when you're doing that look a little bit jank.
Oh,
Yeah,
It looked
in
like they
this
just
version,
reused
they're
normal
really rigid.
animations. Yeah. Like, they didn't have, like, the smoothness between animations. They just, like, reused the old animations from the older games.
Yeah, in this version, that's really rigid looking. Nail the grab.
yeah.
But, like, here I'm gonna buy, like, both of the, perks for it because, again, it just opens up a lot of possibilities and it's a really good way to get points. And especially, like, this trucks up branching, where you're able to, you're doing a nail the trick, flip trick, and you can go into nail the grab, like, when your board is upside down. That, really increases it. And I had the idea of doing, like, a sick trick in mind right here, implementing everything, and, I didn't get it first try.
That's
that
the
is the
skaters.
Or second try.
I
Or
mean, that
third
is the
try.
most skating appropriate thing to happen, though.
That's the most aesthetic appropriate thing
Gotta
to happen.
fall down and try and get it again.
You get
Even
knocked
the
down.
best fall down sometimes.
Yeah.
We thought of two different songs.
Oh
Oh,
my god, you're dead!
And so here is where I started to worryingly realize I might have wasted some of my points. Because, at least in this recording, trucks up grabs did not work.
Oh.
So, like, here, I was like, look, that should have been perfect timing.
Froze.
So, it could be that I have to save the game and come back in. But I need to test this more. Do trucks up branching just not work in this version? And did I just blow 60 points?
Yeah, what? I was wondering, how does it determine, like, when it's okay to grab, when it's trucks up? Like, is it the same way that it's detecting whether your feet are going to land on the board correctly, or it's just, if it's oriented that, like, or does it have to be trucks up and then spinning in a different orientation where the trucks aren't changing? I don't know.
No, like, yeah, imagine
Jesus.
however the game registers that you can, put your feet down and land, except, the board is upside
The
down.
opposite, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, you'll see when I get there in Gen 7, like, if I go to grab when the trucks are up, he'll reach down and quickly flip the board over. Yeah, he doesn't grab and keep the trucks up, but he's able to grab.
Hey, mate. You find your crew yet?
Yo, what's up? You know Jeremy Rogers?
Hey, how's it going?
That gang, the Crazy 2-1, they're out of control.
I hate Dustin already.
What? What did he do?
I don't like him. He gives me very bad vibes.
Jeremy Rogers looks like every high school bully, but what did Dustin do?
I mean, yeah, but I don't mind Jeremy Rogers.
Okay, what's your story or whatever?
So I think I've alluded to this even in previous games, but I played the Wii version of this game as a kid. This mission was the most difficult mission in the game on the Wii version.
Now, why is that?
As you can imagine, motion controls. Imagine how you would skate check in a Wii game with motion controls.
I don't want to imagine that, but you're
I'm
forcing me to think about that.
I am
Effort,
planting these
that's
thoughts
how.
into your brain.
Oh, I don't like these thoughts. Oh, I don't like them at all.
Yeah, basically you have to put in a load of effort and get it right, and it's a lot more
It's not
effort.
good.
Did they make you have to like balance controls to balance on rails too? Sorry, motion
Yeah.
controls to balance on
Uh-huh.
rails. Jesus.
From what I remember, I don't remember it all that well, but I remember not being able to pass it and taking a break after about 40 minutes. I didn't even make it to this part.
Jeez.
I didn't even make it to this part.
Yeah,
And I remember
on
after about
on PS2, what I just did there was make sure to grind each part of it. For some reason, you can't hit all of them in like one combo. It's stupid. And then just hit L2 when you're close enough to all 8 of them.
yeah.
I mean, and even here you're seeing that actually the timing's kind of fucked up, especially if you're trying to aggro push. Because like getting pro or sick on this mission, you need to knock people further. And so yeah, I'm like trying to hit an aggro push and hit check at the right time, and it's actually tough.
Yeah, funnily enough, in the Gen 7 version, this is my favorite challenge in the game.
Yeah, it's
really
tough because it's Gen 6 and it doesn't work as well. Not tough because I'm bad.
Yeah.
I like how they want you to bully that thug, right? And if you don't, he just walks away. Oh my god, yeah. I didn't know it would let you do that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's for all the Dustin haters out there.
Me.
Like Bob.
But I mean, I like
hate
how
Dustin
it's like
more than I hated Eric Sparrow.
I like how it's like, yeah, make sure you check this thug, and if you don't check him, he just walks away. Like, okay, what was he doing? He obviously wasn't harassing you. He's leaving.
Yeah, in this version, they're both just standing still. In the other one, Dustin's distracting them and doing stuff.
Okay, so he's being an asshole in the other one, and this one.
No, Dustin's being the asshole.
That's what I meant.
Dustin
Dustin's
is
being the
distracting.
asshole.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Well, there's more context in the Gen 7.
If you
I'm a
had-
Dustin
if that guy-
apologist.
If that guy hadn't gone over into the water, he would have landed probably on his neck or his head and died.
I mean, he's still gonna die if he's falling in the water from this distance. He's still. Let me see.
I don't know.
You ever seen people belly flop?
100 feet. Yeah. Okay, he's dead.
That's
horizontal.
diagonal. That's
Yeah,
not
diagonal.
straight down. It's
I
not
know, I'm
123 feet down.
You got am. You got am.
What does that sound?
That's the sound of
That's-
your wheels.
That's the sound of you being am.
Yeah, it's the sound of me being am.
I don't like the sound of being am.
I think I mentioned in the last video, there's the cheat for super checking, where I always loved turning that cheat on and playing this mission, because on average you can send them like 350
Oh, there is a
feet.
car. There was one car.
Holy shit, there's a car.
There was one. Did you see there was like one
Yeah.
car?
Yeah,
Is
there's
Is
like
this the only level that has a single? It's one single car now. Holy shit.
No, I mean there'd be other things. But yeah.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Demo Boy. What's your problem, Eric? All you do is talk smack. Oh, whatever, Coop. Why don't you run off and entertain the kids down at the shop?
Hey, what's the deal?
Oh, you know what it is, Bob. This guy.
Come on, Eric, why you always gotta be starting trouble?
Now, you know I ain't got no beef with you, Bob. You can skate. I'm just sick of all these kids on the come-up who spent 10 weeks trying to land something for a video part, but can't represent a contest.
This kid's good though, Eric, and it's not just me saying it.
Please.
Well, I know you can take Eric, but I
Alright, so once again, a bridge to all hell, and I'll expand on this more when we do Bob's competition episode in the Gen 7 version, but yeah. Here's Eric, who's an antagonistic asshole to you in that episode, and yeah, he's supposed to basically be Eric Sparrow again. Not, no direct mentions or relations to Thug or Thug 2. I don't think it's literally supposed to be like, these all exist in the same universe, but they pulled Eric for the antagonistic jerk role name again.
Imagine if they did all exist in the same universe.
What if Eric Sparrow was a guy they all knew when they made that game, and they've been shitting on him for like a decade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a running joke in our popular, successful game. But yeah, here, oh my god, I spent so long even trying to get pro. It's revert manuals, but it kept fucking landing it early or something. I don't know. So I settled with AM. This was where things were starting to get like, God, am I tired or is this game just fucking up or what? And then, no, I'm blowing this too early. You'll see in the rigging episode, just challenges. But yeah,
Blowing your load too early?
blowing my anger too early or something. But yeah,
Blow
again, like
mode.
2 of the major rigging challenges happen here. So let's do this.
There you are. So what's up with this demo? Is it gonna be awesome?
I don't think so, man. Turns out they don't have anything to skate.
What kind of fucking demo is that?
Now that sounds like a job for me.
What kind of...
Once again, there's way more to that cutscene in Gen 7, but...
Okay.
He also
all
seemed
right.
he seemed really like nonplussed about it. Not
Yeah.
really, man. They don't have anything to skate.
Almost
Oh,
like
man,
he
we
knows
set up a
that you're
demo
going to
and we
solve the
forgot to
problem
actually-
for him.
I mean, that's...
We've got the...
Okay, he's got the same line delivery there, but here we're actually implementing. We gotta add rails, kickers, quarter pipes. We have to put that stuff down. We have to make an opportunity where there is none. There's, 3 parts to this mission, and part 1 is putting them all down in, a cool line to be able to get points off of. And
Yeah.
so we're gonna see kind of how it is, what it's like to,
Be a rigger.
rig something up. And of course, I'm gonna go for quarter pipes on the ends with rails in the middle. 'Cause,
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Hardcore.
I mean, honestly, that's all I ever knew how to do
I'm
as
just
a
gonna do
kid, so I
backflip
don't blame you.
900s to get all my points,
Hardcore.
Hardcore. Hardcore.
Yeah.
I mean, I 100% don't blame you, because this is all I did as a kid as well.
Hardcore.
I sucked at this
Spider-Man.
shit. I sucked at this. I sucked at building, parks and shit so bad.
Yeah. Every time I do one of these, I always put the rails way too close to the quarter pipes. So I don't know if I don't know how much I show, but I tried this configuration for like a minute or two, kept screwing up, and then had to, re-rig to move everything apart more. Yeah, I think here you're gonna see me give everything more space. So this is, what it's like to do these kind of missions. Kind of trial and error. In a sense of level creation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll be, speeding this up later as we go along. This is just kind of the first time
Now, does
going
it-
through this, and so I'm
Does
showing
it
it
kick
off.
you off the rail whenever you try to grind it? Or does it let you grind on the whole thing? Oh,
It lets you grind
the
off
whole
it.
thing.
Yeah, no, it was bouncing me off because I was hitting the side of it.
Oh, I see.
1 foot smith. I read that as 1 footsmith.
Yeah, well, you don't really need more than one, do you?
Yeah,
I guess not.
What would a second footsmith add?
Yeah, what would really?
Peer review.
What would he
Yeah,
do?
like
huh?
I get Dr. Scholes. I don't get Dr. Scholes and another doctor to
Yeah.
provide a second opinion.
Yeah, why would you need a second doctor?
Hi, I'm Dr. Frank. If you don't
Yeah,
trust
fucking
Dr.
idiot.
Scholes, you can also ask me.
Get
and
out of
I'll-
here, Dr. Frank! Who the
How
fuck
did
do
you
you
even
think
get
you
in here?
are?
Yeah, so
I did not invite you
fucking
into my
asshole.
home, sir.
yeah.
God, this Dr. Frank guy really pisses me off.
I was actually most struggling with that. With this configuration, I couldn't really jump off of the rails, and so I was fucking up going into a manual after getting off them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could have used even more of the plaza, but again, I didn't want to spend, really long on this. And you'll see that the second part of it goes fine. I build another quarter pipe on one end, rails, quarter pipe on the other end, and it all works out.
So I wanted to ask you're whoa. Okay. But I did want to ask. So you're an engineer in real life, right? How-
Yeah.
How accurate is this to your everyday job? Is this what you do every day?
Yeah.
No.
You sure you
I
don't have
mean,
a park editor to...
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah.
guess a water plant editor to work with?
Yeah, when I'm laying out conduit in a building, I do something just like this. I get a big 3D environment and I just slowly
Plug
move
in your-
around conduit
Yeah,
pieces.
your PS2 controller.
Yeah, I can rotate them arbitrary amounts. I actually wish it was locked to 45 degrees because it's one of those things where you hit the button for 2 microseconds and you rotate 22 degrees. You hold
And
it
you're
for
like,
one more
"Ugh."
microsecond and it's 27 and you're like, fuck. Kind of thing.
And when you're
Yeah.
designing
Yeah,
these conduits,
this is
whatever,
exactly what I do for my day job.
and when you're designing these conduit thingies that I'm sure are very important,
No, he doesn't design the conduit. He lays it down.
Yeah.
do you make sure it's skatable?
Yes.
Okay.
All of my electrical layouts have 6 skate lines if any skateboarders want to go visit them.
Any small skateboarders who can ride wires.
Yeah, dude.
Like your
Send me a
girlfriend.
picture of you grinding that switchboard, and oh yeah, All right, so this is cool. Well, the idea is cool. It works better in the Gen 7 version. I don't even need to say that. That's apropos of everything in this game.
Yeah.
But you have 30 pieces to get yourself from one platform to the second to the third and back to the first without touching the ground. And Pro, not Sick, Pro wants you to do it all in one combo. Sick wants you to get a certain amount of points while you're at it. I'm gonna get AM in this version and in Gen 7. I have no fucking idea how to do this all in one combo. But it's exercise your creativity a bit. But you can also still use what's there. You just can't touch the ground.
Oh,
rip. Okay.
Made it.
I failed, but also made it. Task failed successfully.
Also,
Nice.
if you notice in the top, this gives you 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes to figure this out.
They know that
even
you're
though
not going to
time
be
is
doing this
paused while
anytime
you're in
soon.
the rigging menu.
Huh.
So yeah, I guess they were expecting quite a bit of trial and error.
Yeah.
Silver Sun.
Well, that part would have worked well. What'd you bump into?
The barrier that lets you not be able to get up on the side of this.
Oh my fucking god! Please.
This is a cool
Nailed it.
monkey, man.
Yeah.
That was a great move.
You did
Yeah,
it.
that's why I pushed so hard to get, Sick on the first two parts, because I knew I was only going to get AM on the third.
Oh, yeah.
But doing that, I can get Pro overall.
Was that just a conversation that took place in the subtitles?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
So, yeah, to the viewers, or to Canuck, or to Matt, how did you feel about rigging stuff up in this version?
I hated it.
I want to say that previous story, that was like a flashbulb memory from a 9-year-old me. That is the only
there
thing
are
I remember
pedestrians.
about.
That's exactly how it went as well.
Yeah, I mean the previous story that I told is the only thing I remember about the Wii version of Proving Ground.
Oh,
Because
okay.
that was a burned in thing. Might as well be branded to my brain with an iron.
So with this challenge, you gain access to curved rails, corner rails, and U-turn rails. In the Gen 7 version, you have to do that competition, and then this is the challenge afterwards. But it almost looked like here, you could have done this one first. Yeah, so they actually moved this over, and so yeah, it's basically utilize these to get these parts. Looks simple, doesn't it? I wish it was. Once again, it kind of went fucky for me, and looks like it should have been kind of easy, but you actually have to be sort of precise with these.
Just
You
like
think
your
about
job.
Papa Boingo?
Look, I'm not going to collect this
Oh.
one.
God damn it.
So, in a way,
well,
sometimes you need to think several rails ahead and line one up later on to get something to go right, and then figure out how stuff should have been lined up before that. Once again, I had to rework this I had to rework parts of this 2 or 3 times, and I just cut those parts out. So this video is 28 minutes of footage. It was over 40 minutes of recording. Any other of these
Yikes.
Tony Hawk ones, I've had to cut out very little, but I cut out or sped up over 10 minutes on this part. And you saw where I just straight up
Gave up
left
on one
the rail,
line.
and yeah.
But hey,
I don't want to be too negative. If people did well in this version, then power to them.
I okay. I just don't remember liking this version at all. So.
Yeah.
I'm maybe I don't know. It's weird. Do PS2 downgrade versions like this have a fan following over the original version?
In what regard?
I mean, is there anything in this PS2 version that is better than the other version?
I wouldn't know.
No.
I can't think of anything. I just remember playing this and being like, wow, I really wish I'd had a PS3 so I could play the, next gen version instead of this watered down garbage.
It's kind of interesting. We were talking about, in one of the previous videos, we were talking about when games do level or area downgrades. And we brought up, what Tony Hawk 3 and 4 Gen 5 did while we were recording for, I think it was Project 8, while we were recording for Project 8 Gen 6 that did the same thing. But all of our minds went to 3 and 4 Gen 5 because, this just, I don't know, I can't talk for all of you, but for me, this just didn't strike me in the same kind of way.
Yeah,
You can
no,
talk
like,
for me.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's weird. I mean, I played a little bit of Project 8 on the PSP, and by that I mean I'm pretty sure I beat it. I don't even remember. But at what point does it stand on its own, or is it just a novelty?
I'm sorry, did I say downgrades? I meant demakes.
Yeah.
That was the wrong word, but I guess kind of by accidentally saying that, I was sort of implicitly thinking about how these don't play as
Subconsciously.
well.
See, I guess my point is whenever you play like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on the PS1, it doesn't feel like a complete downgrade from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on the PS2. It feels like it's a weird version of the same game,
Yeah,
right?
like-
But it doesn't feel like exactly like it. You're like familiar with it, but it doesn't feel like it plays worse than it, right? I mean, when I play the PS2 version of this, I feel like I'm just playing a worse version of the other one. I think that's like the difference between the two.
And I think what I notice in the PS1 demakes that I see less in the PS2 demakes is an attempt to quote-unquote make up for it. Like
Yeah.
the little things that they add that the PS2 versions didn't have to at least help them stand on their own. That really... You saw a little bit of that in the PS2 version, such as like, the using your special meter to kick faster, and also in the PSP version where they re-added classic mode. And in this, there's just absolutely nothing. That
It's just-
It
The
feels
other
like it's
game,
trying to
but
be as
slightly worse. Yeah.
it feels like it's trying to be as close as possible, and in doing that, it's just feels like I'm playing a version
Yeah.
of it that's not as good.
It doesn't change any fundamental mechanics to be worse, but it doesn't add new mechanics as well as the Gen 7 version, and so you are just kind of left with the Gen 6 engine, but with some stuff added to it.
And there is something to that. We've discussed before how fun it is to kind of look at something in a different engine. Like looking at a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 level in the Pro Skater 2 engine. Likewise, there is something fun to skating around these levels in the PS2 engine, but for some reason just not as much.
I don't know what to say. Like, I just feel like the magic's lost in this one. Like, there just isn't the same magic here.
Again, especially you think back to Tony Hawk 4 Gen 5, and we talked about how so many of those challenges were the same thing over and over. Each level had like 8 score challenges, but the alternative is to go all in with trying to build all the new mechanics and make challenges around them and have a frustrating time if the mechanics aren't done as well. Like, if every level in this game, instead of them making a rigging system at all, they just had a whole bunch of high score challenges, I'd just be doing backflip 900s back and forth, and we'd be having a fine time and not complaining about things.
I think we would probably point it out as a little anachronistic and maybe a little low effort.
But, yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Maybe
next time
it's
we're going to
frustrating.
downtown Philly. Oh, did you have final words?
I don't know.
I mean, kinda. Do I have final words? Oh man, do I have final words?
Before
I don't
you
think I have
die.
final words.
Okay.
Nope, those are the words.
All right. Yeah, we're heading to downtown Philly next time on Proving Ground.